guys, today I'm going to be telling you about the time that I almost passed out at a baseball game. And it's like a really recent story, like just maybe like 2 days ago on Monday. I'm recording this on the 4th of July, so this would be like the 2nd of July, and I'm thinking about what time it is. Let's see, we got out of the meeting at 4, so this was about maybe 5 o'clock to 5:20ish. I'd say more like 5:20ish. And like, you know, like I'm walking, like I'm ready for this Reds game. My dad wants me to meet one of his friends. I'm like, you know, I'm game. Free baseball game. You know, like I love sports. I love watching sports. And I was gonna like maybe take some pictures and you know, like do what I like to do with those. And you know, like I just love, you know, sports games, and I love playing sports with my friends. You'll see me sometimes down at Ross Park or somewhere, like physically playing sports with my friends. And I'm, you know, like I just have a lot of fun with sports. Like it's like something I like to do. And you know, like I'm walking to there, like my dad and I like parked over like by this outdoor parking lot that's like to the right of it is an actual like garage parking lot, and I'm like just like walking there, and I start to feel lightheaded. You know, like and like I just didn't feel good. Like I felt lightheaded. I felt like maybe I was gonna puke. I did puke a little bit on the way back. Just let me pull up the full symptoms that I had here. I have them right here. I had shortness of breath, and like I just felt like I could pass out any second. I'm like, oh my god, like shit. Like I was cussing like out loud because I was like, oh shit, like this is real. This is fucking real. I am not getting out of this situation at all. This is a bad situation for me to be in. And like I think it was more of a dehydration sickness kind of thing, because my dad had his windows open. I kind of had my head out the window, but I didn't have a lot to drink. And you know, like I'm just like trying to do my thing. Like, just trying to walk. Like when we're going up the stairs, like I have shortness of breath, and then like towards this pole that I end up leaning on, that's when I start to feel like lightheaded. I have to like go and like catch myself for a second, and I'm like, shit, like I cannot go on. Like I knew like I would not like make maybe a max of 5 more steps towards the arena to get some water. I'm like, you need to take me home right now so I can go to sleep and get some fucking rest. Like I do not feel good. I do not want to be in this situation. I'm not gonna enjoy being in this situation, meeting your friend, and it's just like it's just not a good recipe for me. Like I'm just like being like, I need to go home now. So like my dad like goes down to the car, like, and I'm like racing, like I'm like running, like, well, more like jogging, and like I have really no control of my body. I'm just like, ugh, I have to get down. Like I'm trying to rush down those stairs. It's like maybe 5 sets of maybe 8 stairs, and like I'm rushing down. Like thankfully it was downhill, so it was a lot faster. And I was like, I got into the car as fast as I could. I had him roll up the windows, and I turned on the air conditioning to full blast, to full cold, and like I lasted it on me so that I could like be cautious a little longer. And like I know that like I'm pretty much figuring that it's like it was kind of dehydration sickness kind of thing, because when I drank water and went to bed, like the next day I was fine. I had no symptoms. I went to work, I told them about it, and like they made sure that I had a water bottle on hand, like right near me. Sorry, my friend's like posting a lot. She's a different kind of species, let's just say that. And like I'm just like, oh my god, like thank you, because they like made sure that I was doing okay, make sure that I wasn't dehydrated, make sure like I had that water by me at all times throughout those 5 hours I was working. And like they were just really good to me. I can't say enough for what those employees and managers that McDonald's did for me to make sure that I was comfortable with working and doing my job without passing out. Because like I was close. I was like maybe 5 steps away from passing out going there. Like, you don't even know, like, how scared I was. I was like, you need to take me home right now. Like, I am gonna pass out. Like, like, I may need to go to the hospital. I did sleep a little bit. Like, I didn't sleep a lot. I slept maybe like 5 hours that night, so that may have contributed to it. I didn't drink a lot beforehand. I didn't eat a lot before I went there. And that was just like a really bad recipe for me. If you guys like know what I'm talking about, it's just like, why? Sorry, my eye itches, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need to fucking get home. If you guys have like ever had that situation happen to you, comment down, because I'm pretty sure that's a first. I'm going to this Reds game. I don't even get in. I'm like maybe a block away from being anywhere close to the water. And I'm just like, and my dad like brought the free junk pass, so I'm like, okay, maybe I can make it. Like, I'm like, that's before I go upstairs. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so lightheaded. I need to like go home now. Like, God, I hate Bailey sometimes. Ugh. And like, my dad kind of helped me out because he made sure that all the windows were like up, and like he made sure that it was on full blast throughout the car ride. And like, mainly what he did is make sure that it was blasting on me. Like, I made sure that my window was up. He made sure that his window was up. He made sure that the blast was on me, and I just turned up the full cold and full blast. Like, I was not kidding around. Like, I was trying to live, not go to the hospital, not get an IV put in me. I may be over exaggerating this, but like, I'm trying to get the point across though. Like, I was like, oh my god, this may be the day I die if I try and continue going to this ball game. Like, he takes me home, like, I go to sleep, I'm fine the next day, like. But like, if you ever go to a baseball game, this serves as a warning. Like, make sure you have some food in your stomach, make sure that you get some water, because like, this can happen to anyone. Like, I was like, oh my god, I may be dehydrated, like, I may need to get an IV. And I was like full on like, oh shit, like, I was like, maybe spent like a maximum of like, well, like a minimum actually, of like 2 minutes, like, going to like, trying to like get some strength like filled up in me, so that I can actually like physically like get back to the car. Like, I was like, shit, like, oh my god, like, this hurts, like, oh my god. Like, I could not think. Like, I felt like I was like kind of in a dream, kind of not in a dream kind of thing. I know I'm kind of rambling on, but like, I'm trying to tell you, like, I felt like I was not like gonna be okay in a few seconds. Like, I was like feeling maybe like a max of maybe 5 or 6 steps away from like completely collapsing and passing out and like needing to go to the hospital right there. Like, I have like not enough words. Like, I started feeling sick, like, you know, like, need to puke, and I had a light headache beforehand. Like, I like took some meds for that. Okay, it was gone for a little bit. Then that lightheadedness sets in, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I need to go home and get something in me. I need to, or well, more or less, I was like, I need to get home right now so that I have something or somebody to call. Like, if I do like pass out, like, I can just like go to my bed and like sleep it off, or like something like that. Like, you guys don't even know like how scared I was. I was like, okay, I can be fine. I just need to get back to the car and protect myself. And my mom, like, I texted my mom like on the way home. Like, this was a few minutes, like maybe 10 minutes. Like, when I started feeling a little bit better, I pick up my phone and I'm like, hey, I text my mom and I'm like, hey, I started feeling sick, feeling like I needed to puke, and lightheadedness and the shortness of breath. Like, the shortness of breath was the biggest deal for me, because when we were going up those stairs, that usually happened to me. I was like, oh my god, like, what's happening? Like, I was like, I had like to catch my breath, and I was like, okay, I'll be fine if I just walk at a good pace and, you know, catch up with my dad, because like, I'm trying to meet his friend, I'm trying to enjoy this ball game. Like, I love sports, but there's just a certain amount of things that a person can take, and he understands. Like, I apologized to him. I'm like, hey, sorry. Tell your friend that I'm sorry. I know you guys were really looking forward to this, because I was really looking forward to this, and I wanted to meet him, but I had something with my mom that week. You know, like the previous weekend, and that week I was like dead set on like, I'm gonna meet her, I'm gonna have a great time, I'm gonna like laugh my ass off. And like, it just like, I didn't even get into the sports venue. Like, that's how serious it was for me. Like, I didn't even get into the venue. Like, I physically did not even get into that sports venue to physically, like, you know, like, get some water and me, get some food, because like, I was like, okay, maybe I can. When he told me about that, like, I was like, okay, so maybe I can make it there, and like, we can get some food, and like, I get to our seats, and I'll be fine. Like, nah, that my body wasn't having that. Like, I was like dead set on this may be the day I die if I do not get home ASAP. And thankfully, the roads were pretty clear at that time. Like, when I got home, like, it was maybe 6, and this game was at 7, and I'm just like thankful that my dad was there to help me like get home as fast as I could. He was really like great there, and like, I couldn't ask for a better person to have in that situation that I was in than he was. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any video ideas, suggestions, or questions, please put them down in the comments. I do read them, and I will get back to you. If you did end up liking this video, please leave a like on it and subscribe. If you do subscribe, please click the bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. See ya. Bye.